Hey guys, it's PhilosopherKing. I'm bleeding Celebi this time. My opponent Neonn is running T-Tar. He immediately goes for Dragon Dance as I bring my Coon in. Coon will take that any day. I'll go for Surf, but he goes to his Celebi, which, takes the Surf pretty well. Leech Seed connects, so they go for Ice Beam. I'm thinking the Celebi will go for Recover here. Or it can go for Calm Mind. Either way, this is a good opportunity to bring my Dugtrio in if he stays in. But unfortunately he scouts out for the Dugtrio, which works in his favor. He knows I have it, and he gets a Pert in against it. Shows me he has Toxic, and it lands my Celebi, which is a good thing since it is a natural cure poke. I go for Calm Mind, and he brings his Fortress in. This team does not have a Spiker, and there's a reason for that. This team is pretty much built around passing Calm Mind boosts around, and so it doesn't really have much need for a spinner. But I bring my Snorlax in against the Celebi. I do manage to pass that Calm Mind boost to Snorlax, but doesn't really need it. I go for a return. He brings his Gengar in. This Snorlax does not like getting burned, so I'm going to switch back to my Celebi. And the Will-O-Wisp misses, which is nice, but wouldn't have been a huge deal. I could go for Psychic, or I can go for Baton Pass, and in anticipation of the switch and gain some momentum, I do that. Fortress comes in, I'll get a chance to react to it. I gotta decide what I bring into it. And I believe I bring Gengar in, I don't remember. Yep, that's what I bring in. It's been a while since I last saw this, or played, that is. So he goes first layer spikes, gets the second layer of spikes. I get a lucky para with Thunderbolt, but it's not really making much of an impact. He gets all three layers of spikes down, and then he switches to his Pert. I go for Giga Drain, and he goes for Ice Beam. This Gengar has no defensive investment or HP investment whatsoever, so it's pretty much mostly in speed and attack and special attack. Because this Gengar has Explosion, so I could boom at any time, so that attack investment is needed. I do get the Dugtrio in on the Celebi, and it froze, so yeah. Leech Seed does connect as I bring the Dugtrio in, but I'm thinking I would be able to take it out in one hit and make that Leech Seed not matter, but unfortunately I do not take it out in one hit, which allows the Dugtrio to get hit by a Psychic, and thanks to Leech Seed it will die next turn. I will, however, be able to get like a Hidden Power Bug off before I die. He goes for Will-O-Wisp. So I sack my Dugtrio in order to bring in my Celebi in safely against the Gengar. Remember, those layers of spikes are on my side of the field, so I gotta be extra cautious. I go for Recover in case the Gengar wants to go for Ice Punch or something. And yeah, I go for Calm Mind. He goes for Calm Mind. And yeah, I'm not comfortable with this battle, so I'm gonna Baton Pass. Go to my Snorlax. Goes for Ice Beam, which doesn't do a lot thanks to the +1 boost, and because Snorlax has a lot of special defense investment, but Spikes do. And I make a nice predicted move here. I go for Shadow Ball if the Gengar comes in, and now it's at 6%. And now I don't really care if the Snorlax gets burned or not. I just wanted it not burned because the Gengar was at full health. But now T-Tar comes in. I'm going to go for Self-Destruct. But unfortunately it gets a lucky Rock Slide. I don't know if that mattered or not. The T-Tar may be choice banded. If it is, then it didn't matter. If it's not, then it did matter because it prevented me from getting a boom off. I go to my Suicune, and it looks like I'm going to have maybe a little bit of an issue with Blissey. Maybe I shouldn't have let the Snorlax get burned. I think that was a blunder on my part in hindsight, because I don't really have anything except the Gengar to bring into this Blissey, because like I said before, I have Explosion. So now I just gotta play the Calm Mind game with this Blissey, and if things go right, Neonn should win this battle. I could bring in the Gengar, or at least I should have earlier before we started Calm Minding, but I think it would be pretty obvious if I brought it in against the Blissey. Like, there's no other reason why you would bring Gengar in against the Blissey unless, one, you're going to try to sub up and go for Focus Punch, or two, explode on it. So I figured this was the best option. But then again, there's that Tyranitar, which could be a problem if the Coon dies from this exchange. And it's looking like it will. Calm Mind, Bliss, Calm Minds, and Suicune wakes up finally. It takes 32% from Thunderbolt. I go for Calm Mind, and I'm going to go for Rest here, but unfortunately, he gets a lucky para, and it happens to paralyze me the turn I go for Rest. So my Coon dies. Now I pretty much have to hope he doesn't switch out, and he doesn't. So Explosion goes off, Blissey's gone, and that leaves me with 2 pokes versus his 3. We'll see what he wants to answer off with. If it's Tyranitar, I'm thinking it's pretty bad, but he answers with Swampert, surprisingly. And my Moltres is at full health, while Swampert's at 44%. So Hidden Power Grass would do it here. I thought he might switch, but he goes for Toxic as I substitute, which works out perfectly. I'm behind a sub against his T-Tar, so now the thing I gotta do is to go for Will-O-Wisp. I do land Will-O-Wisp, and now I go for Substitute again. Rock Slide misses, and this is going in my favor. I go for Hidden Power Grass, he goes for Rock Slide, breaks the sub, not a huge deal. And now I can take the T-Tar out with Hidden Power Grass. I do that, and his remaining poke is Fortress, so this battle is over. I came back out of this, and so with a little luck, I should come out on top. Well, I did come out on top, because the Fortress isn't going to be able to do anything. It's slower than me, and it's paralyzed, so yeah, Flamethrower kills the Fortress, so the final score is 2-0. So yeah, the crucial turn there was him staying in with Blissey against the Gengar. I think an Explosion was pretty obvious there, but I guess not from his perspective. And that allows me to come back and take this. So I hope you enjoyed the battle. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and see you next time.